Mga higala, maayong adlaw. Welcome back to Cebuano 101. I'm Maestra Judy and I'm so happy you are here. Today, in this video, we are going to talk about the verb abot. The meaning of abot in the English language are the following: arrive, meet, reach, or wait, depending on how you use it. Don't worry mga higala, we'll keep things simple as we go through tenses, commands, and focus forms step by step. By the way mga higala, this lesson is actually part of my book, Cebuano Verb Conjugation. So if you have that, this video is a perfect combination. All right, let's get started. Let's start with the present tense using the base form, abot. Our example here is padong na mig-abot. Padong na mig-abot. We are now arriving. So padong, arriving. Basically, padong abot, arriving. Na is now. Mi is a short form of kami, which means we or us. And then we have the contracted og here. You can actually omit this mga higala or you can just add it here. Padong na mig-abot. The reason why there is an og there, the contracted G here, is actually, I also don't know. It's just that that's how we say it. So if you know the reason why, just let me know. Just joking mga higala. Actually, the og here, as far as my reading goes, there's no logical reason why there is the og here. You can actually omit it, locals or the natives can understand you even without the og, contracted og here. You can just say, padong na miabot. Okay? You sound fine. Okay? Padong na mig-abot. So it's great to know that other locals will add the contracted og here. Okay? So that you won't be so surprised or confused when you hear others will say, padong na mig-abot. Okay? One more time. Padong na mig-abot. We are now arriving. So this one, you're using kami, which means we or us. If you're going to use they are now arriving, you can just say, padong na silag abot. Sila means they or them. So it is great mga higala to really master the pronouns. So we have that lesson. It's available in the Bisaya online course. So if you haven't mastered the pronouns, I highly recommend to master it. Let's proceed. Now let's go to past tense. Past tense prefixes, we use ni and nag or ga. Okay, again, if you are not familiar with nag or ga, this is actually coming from the prefix naga. Naga. Okay, but Cebuanos likes to contract words for efficiency. So some will use nag and some will use ga. Okay. Now, the prefix ni is basically past tense. So it is usually past tense. Nag can be past or present. Okay. Now let's have some example here using the prefix ni. So the prefix ni using abot is ni abot. Ni abot. Okay, ni abot. Our example here is, I arrived earlier. Niabot ko ganina. Or you can say, niabot ko ganiha. Ganina or ganiha, both are the same. Niabot means arrived. Ko is I. Earlier is ganina or ganiha. Niabot ko ganina. Okay, there is actually another variation, another prefix that you can use to convey I arrived earlier. So you can use the prefix na. The meaning is just the same, mga higala. So in this verb, abot, you can use naabot or you can use niabot. Okay? Naabot ko ganina or naabot ko ganiha. I arrived earlier. Let's go to the present tense. Nag-abot. Okay? Nag-abot mi sa Ayala. We met at Ayala. So when you say nag-abot, the meaning there is meet up. So when you say meet up, it could be scheduled. Sometimes this nag-abot mi sa Ayala could also mean coincidental. Coincidental. So it could be intentional or unintentional. So nag-abot mi sa Ayala. Nag-abot is met. Me is from the word kami, pronoun kami, and then sa is a preposition. It could mean at, in, on, for. Okay. Ayala is a posh place here in Cebu. So when you say Ayala, it's something high end. Okay. So nag-abot mi sa Ayala. We met at Ayala. Now, let's add a name. Nag-abot mi ni Judy sa Ayala. So if you're going to say Judy and I met at Ayala. So this is how you say it. Nag-abot is met, and then let's add Judy in the picture. You must add ni Judy. Okay? You don't say nag-abot mi si Judy sa Ayala because it's grammatically wrong. Okay? Nag-abot mi ni Judy. So basically, nag-abot kami ni Judy. But again, we don't use kami in the sentence because in the middle of the sentence because we'd like to contract words. So nag-abot mi ni Judy. So basically, kami ni Judy is Judy and I. Okay, nag-abot mi ni Judy. Judy and I met. Where? Sa Ayala. At Ayala or in Ayala. Okay, when you say this, nag-abot mi ni Judy sa Ayala, it could be, again, it could be a scheduled meeting or it is just a coincidental meeting. Okay? So, for example, if it's coincidental, nag-abot gyud ta dire. Okay? Nag-abot gyud ta dire. Okay, nag-abot gyud ta dire. So, what a coincidence running into you here. Okay? So, this is the context when you use this nag-abot in a coincidental context. So, nag-abot kita diri. What a coincidence running into you here. Or, what a small world. You're also here. Something like that. Okay? So, nag-abot. Okay? It could be a scheduled meeting or an unintentional meetup. Okay? It's just a coincidental. Let's proceed, mga higala. This is the other variation. Okay, so the pronunciation of this is nag-abot. Nag-abot. The other one, the first one is nag-abot. Okay, the stress is on a. Here, nag-abot, you must pronounce it fast. Okay, nag-abot. So nag-abot means staying. Okay, nag-abot, staying. Okay, let me clarify that one more time. When you say nag-abot, it means meet up. The other one is nag-abot is staying. Nag-abot versus nag-abot. Nag-abot, nag-abot. So there is a difference in the stress at a. Okay. Let's go to past or present tense for nag-abot. Our example here is, asa man ka nag-abot? So where are you staying? So when you say nag-abot, this is not a long-term residence. Okay, it is a temporary residence. So it's just like you use this when you are visiting another place. Okay, so asa man ka nag-abot? So where are you staying? So you can say asa hotel, or at the house of my friend, for example, or your house here in wherever. Okay. So asa man ka nagabot? Where are you staying? You will only use this question if you know the person is not permanently residing in that place. Okay? So asa man ka nagabot? Where are you staying? Asa is where. Man here is more like an emphasis, or at the same time a filler word. Okay? Ka is you. Nag-abot is staying. Right? Asa man ka nag-abot? So where are you staying? Okay, so that one is past or present tense. This one, if you are going to use the in, okay, the in can also mean where. Usually we ask the in, when we use the in, it's normally in the past tense, okay? The meaning is just the same, where. Man, again, is an emphasis or a word filler. Ka is you, nag-abot is staying. Okay? Asa man ka nag-abot, it could be in the past tense or in the present tense. But when you use the in, it's basically the whole sentence is in the past tense form. Okay? Now, let's proceed to future tense. We have the prefix mo. Moabot. It means will arrive. Moabot, will arrive. Moabot ko dinha mga alas 8 sa buntag. Moabot ko dinha mga alas 8 sa buntag. I will arrive there around 8 in the morning. So moabot is means will arrive. Okay? And then ko is I, dinha, okay, it's there. And then we have mga. Mga is used when you are estimating. Aside from we use this as a plural marker, we also use mga to estimate something. Like in this case, we are estimating about the time we arrive to that place. So, mga alas 8. So, around 8. Okay? Around 8. Mga alas 8. And then, sa buntag is in the morning. Buntag is morning. Okay? One more time. Moabot ko dinha mga alas 8 sa buntag. I will arrive there around 8 in the morning. Now, another feature tense prefix that we use is mag, the prefix mag, okay? Mag-abot, okay? Mag-abot ta sa SM. Okay? Mag-abot ta sa SM. That means we will meet in SM. It also means let's meet in SM. Okay? So the context here, it can be an instruction or an invitation. So, for example, if you want to know that where are we going to meet, you can just say, well, we will meet in SM. Okay? Whereas the other one is you're inviting someone, let's meet in SM. All right? So it could be an instruction or an invitation. Mag-abot ta sa SM. Mag-abot means we'll meet. The ta here is a short form of we or us. It means kita. Okay? The full form is kita. And then sa SM is in SM. Another way to say this is it's another common way to say this context. We sometimes use magkita ta sa SM. Magkita ta sa SM. So the meaning's still the same. We will meet in SM or let's meet in SM. So the verb we use here is kita. Okay, magkita, kita. Kita is see. Okay, it means see. So basically, let's see each other. Magkita ta. Okay, magkita again is see. So this is just another common way to say we will meet in SM. Okay, mag-abot ta sa SM or magkita ta sa SM. Right? Now let's have a quick review. Higala. Past tense, we use niabot or naabot. Okay, it means arrived. The present tense is nag-abot for meet up, and for staying, we say nag-abot. All right? The future is mo-abot, okay? Mo-abot, which means will arrive. And the second one is mag-abot, will meet, okay? And then the third one is the future of nag-abot, which is mag-abot, will stay. Before we end this lesson, do not forget to test yourself. So a printable is provided at the lesson notes. Okay, so it is really important to test yourself. That's the only way to really master the lesson. And also, I have provided the flashcards text only. That one you can also use to your advantage. That's all, mga higala. And again, all my books are available on Amazon. And that's all for today, mga higala. And daghang salamat. And I'll see you in the next video. Still a continuation of the verb abot.